So here's 3 things that you can do to alleviate or ignore or absolutely crush imposter syndrome.
This video was brought to you by Master Your Mind, Whitney's new mindset course. She knows that the worst part about getting started in real estate is convincing yourself to take action, and that everything you want is on the other side of that conversation with yourself. You'll learn Whitney's personal strategies for digging deep into your story, discovering your biggest motivators, and stopping the negative self-doubt once and for all. It's all about mindset. And if you're ready to transform your limiting mindset into a money-making mindset, head over to whitneynicely.com/mindset today.
Hey y'all, let's talk about imposter syndrome. So what is imposter syndrome and how do I know if I have it? Well, real quick, to me, imposter syndrome is that nasty little scared 13-year-old girl that pops into my head and says, "Who do you think you are? You can't do that." Maybe you don't have a scared 13-year-old girl in your head. Maybe you have an angry 7-year-old girl in your head. Maybe you have somebody else. Maybe it's somebody sitting on your shoulder, all right? But imposter syndrome is basically just that fear, that ugly, nasty fear that pops up in our life when we're about to do something new. When we're about to do something that we've never done before. When we're about to go into a different level, another growth spurt. It's what happens when we start looking around at everybody else and seeing how amazing they are, and we start doubting how amazing we are. So here's 3 things that you can do. 3 things that you can do to alleviate or ignore or absolutely crush imposter syndrome. First thing is, I want you to know that we are all winging it. All right. Once I realized that everybody was just kind of winging it, my whole life changed. Like literally, once I realized that nobody has a freaking clue what they're doing, especially when they go into a new role that they've never done before, or when they go into a new area that they've never, dominated before. Everybody is just winging it. And I also think that everybody suffers from imposter syndrome. I know when I was starting in real estate investing, as much as I want to ignore it, I did have those thoughts of, why would somebody sell their house to me? I'm new. I don't have any experience. I don't have any money. I don't want to do things the regular way. Who on earth would ever want to work with me? And then the next thought would be, if they did want to work with me, then why? And why wouldn't they just go sell their house to Chuck Ward or Victor Jernigan or my mom? Or, why would they work with me? And I think even Chuck Ward and Victor Jernigan and my mom, if they were going into a deal, they would say, why would this person work with me? Why wouldn't they work with somebody else or somebody else? Like, I think everybody suffers from imposter syndrome. I have a very good friend that, I consider him a friend and a mentor, and he probably doesn't know my name. It's Ryan Stewman also, by the way. He posted on Facebook yesterday and he was like, if I compared myself to Tony Robbins, I'm nothing. I'm nobody. I'm no good. But when I look at the 15,000 people that he has helped, those are 15,000 people that I have actually helped get something done and accomplish something. And so if somebody that I look up to, like Ryan Stewman, and he looks up to Tony Robbins, and I look up to Tony Robbins also, Tony Robbins probably wakes up every once in a while and goes, gosh, why do these people look up to me when they could be looking up to Robert Kiyosaki or Warren Buffett? And I don't know about y'all, but I kind of feel like Warren Buffett is like the end of the line. Like, he's done a ton of stuff. But I bet even Warren Buffett wakes up sometimes and goes, gosh, why are these people always looking up to me? Why don't they look up to Dolly Parton? I don't know why, but Dolly Parton is like the tip top on my hierarchy of, oh my gosh, amazing people that have accomplished so much in this world and are actually just living and walking amongst us right now. Like, Warren Buffett has to look up to Dolly Parton, at least in my opinion. But even that, like when I think about the women in real estate investing, who do you think of? Because I definitely think of Barbara Corcoran. Why would anybody work with me when Barbara Corcoran could probably make them a much better deal? Well, first of all, I am the one sitting in their kitchen and Barbara Corcoran is not. But why not Wendy Patton? She is amazing with lease options and owner financing. And I mean, she's got books and seminars and she's been doing this longer than I've probably been alive. Well, also because she isn't in my area. That's why she isn't here making those offers and those deals. Jillian Sidoti is amazing. She is absolutely brilliant with real estate investing and moving money around and making good deals. And why aren't these people working with her? Why don't they call her? I could put myself down all day long thinking of other more qualified, more available, more experienced people than me. But it boils down to those people aren't me. They aren't in my shoes right now. They aren't in this seller's kitchen right now. They aren't making these offers on this house. When you realize how magical that you are and that you are on your own little ride and your own little roller coaster and you're doing your own thing, you realize how important you are in the grand scheme of things. All right? These other people aren't in the seller's kitchen. You are. These other people aren't, or maybe they are, sending yellow letters to the same sellers that you're sending yellow letters to. But here's the deal, whether you go into a house and make 3 offers or whether I go into the exact same house and make 3 offers, it's going to boil down to who does the seller like? Who does the seller want to work with for the next couple years or the next couple months? Who did the seller connect to? All right. And when you realize that you being you will get the deals done, imposter syndrome is easy to crush. When you take action, you realize that maybe you are a small player, maybe you are a small investor, but you are an important investor. You are the number one person in this seller's life right now because you are the one in their kitchen. Yes, go up, grow through the ladder, go through all the things, but don't ever think that people ahead of you or more experienced than you or have done more deals than you, don't think that they don't suffer from imposter syndrome just like they did when they were new. All right, the second thing that you can do to crush imposter syndrome, first thing is to take action. The second thing is to also realize that we're all just winging it and know that we're all looking up to somebody else, and that's okay. That's a natural way. That's how we all grow into the next level. All right, so that's 1 and 2 combined right there. So I guess the third thing that you can do to combat imposter syndrome is to talk to yourself. Literally, remind yourself out loud every day, 50,000 times a day if you have to, I am a successful real estate investor. I am a successful small business owner. I am a superstar in my honey hole. I am the best person to help these people with this problem. I am here to help people. All right. Those are all mantras. Those are all positive affirmations. Those are all things that you can say to yourself, whether you are growing into actually being a successful real estate investor or whether you actually have a track record of being a successful real estate investor. We all have those moments, those dips in our confidence where we're thinking, when that happens, please, ladies, take 5 minutes and just reflect on all of the things that you've done, all of the things that you've learned, all of the things that you have grown through in the last 30 days, in the last 6 months, in the last year. You're a totally different person than you were today last year. You're totally different. You have different experiences, you have different goals, you have different priorities. You are a totally different person. And if you keep going and growing through that, then in a year from today, you will also be a totally different person. The imposter syndrome will still sneak up on you. And I'll tell you, honest to goodness, every time I go to make a video, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook Live or Instagram stories or whatever, I have that scared 13-year-old girl that pops up that says, who in the world is going to listen to you? You're just some redneck from East Tennessee that did a whole bunch of deals a couple years ago, and now you help other people buy houses without money and credit. Like, you've only got 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. There's other people with 400,000. Why would anybody take the time to listen to you? Honest to goodness, I hear that conversation every time I go to make a video. And you know how I crush that? And I tell her to shut up and sit back down, go back to the bench, go back to her corner where she belongs. I am a successful real estate investor. I am a successful small business owner. Women like me. Women like talking to me. They like hanging out with me. They like ping-ponging ideas off of me. And so I know that whether I feel like I am Wonder Woman or not, I know that when I do these videos, somebody somewhere finds it. And if every video helps one person, then it was worth it for me to record the videos. It was worth it to me to tell my scared 13-year-old imposter syndrome brat to sit down every single time. Every time I go into a new deal, every time I make a new course, I think, gosh, who's going to learn anything from this? What could I possibly say on this topic that will change people's lives? All right, I had a mindset course that came out January 2019. I'm not actually like qualified, certified, licensed to teach about mindset. But y'all, I've been studying and working and hammering in on my mindset and adopting different mindset practices for over 2 years, almost 3 years at this point. Like, hard and heavy, I have been at it every single day. And some of the practices, some of the exercises that I do daily to help crush my imposter syndrome, it's going to help other women crush their imposter syndrome. It's going to help them become better business owners. It's going to help them become stronger real estate investors. But I, honest to goodness, had a little panic attack, a little anxiety attack about, can I really do this? Will anybody listen? Will it actually help anybody? Yes, it will. I don't know who and I don't know how, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is I am giving it my best. Every single day, every single video, I am putting it out there. And I would encourage you to do the exact same thing. Do your best with what you know right here in this time, on this day, in this seller's kitchen. Let them know how you can help them. Let them know what you can do to move them along in their life. Help people. Give them your best all day, every day, whether it's on videos or in person or on the phone or text. Give them your best. Know that everybody is winging it. Know that everybody else suffers from imposter syndrome at some point. And know that we're all in it together. And as long as we're all giving our best, it will always work out to our benefit. Focus on you. Focus on what you can do to help people. If you got little bits and pieces of the puzzle, great, go with it. We'll find the other pieces and fill them in as we go. You don't have to have all the answers. All you got to do is tell your alter ego, your scared little 13-year-old girl that lives inside your brain, to go back to her dark corner, sit back down on the bench. I got this. Y'all let me know if you have any questions. Realize that everybody suffers from imposter syndrome sometimes, but the faster you can tell her to shut up and sit down, the faster you can tell her to go away. And I mean, actually speak it out loud. Say, name her if you have to. Be like, Stephanie, go sit back down. Stephanie, I don't need you. I don't need your opinion in this. I got this. Don't even worry about it. Go away. Let her stomp off and pout about it. I don't care. Speak it out loud. Tell her to shut up and go away. That might be the best tip I've given you all day on imposter syndrome. Say it out loud. People think you're going crazy. It's fine. I know you're not. It's totally cool. Put her back in her place where she belongs. And you go out, get those deals done, make that money, honey. Help those people who desperately need you, because it's not the other people that are sitting in their kitchen. It's you, baby. It's you. You can do this. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye, y'all.